Welcome to News at 10. I'm Brendan Lepol. The Work From Home Directive in areas under Conditional Movement Control Order (CMCO) will only involve those in the public sector and industries under the International Trade and Industry Ministry (MITI). Senior Minister Security Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said workers in essential services, security as well as the informal sector are not affected by this directive. Elaborating further on the matter, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri said those exempted from the order include employees working in restaurants, grocery and convenience stores.
Jadi, kedai-kedai lain tu boleh bekerja seperti biasa. Yang melibatkan perkhidmatan, perlu bekerja. Yang melibatkan keselamatan, seperti polis diraja Malaysia, yang mengawal secara harian, tentera, Angkatan Tentera Malaysia, tak bolehlah semua duduk di rumah untuk bekerja pada rumah. Tentu saja yang diperlukan berada di lapangan akan terus bekerja seperti biasa.
He added that employees of public transport companies, taxi drivers, e-hailing and delivery services are also not affected by the directive. All heads of public service departments in Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya, Labuan, Selangor and Sabah must ensure a maximum of only 30% staff present at the office from tomorrow until CMCO ends. Public Service Department Director General Tan Sri Muhammad Khairul Adib Abdul Rahman said the instruction was not applicable to those in the essential services. According to Tan Sri Muhammad Khairul, the move is taken to strengthen efforts to contain the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic in the areas and ensuring that basic services of these departments continue and are unaffected. All department heads are also instructed to ensure that officers at the management and administrative level who are not required to be in the office full-time are scheduled to work from home, either on a rotating or full-time basis so that their attendance at the office is optimized during the CMCO period. Furthermore, all face-to-face activities with consumers, discussions or training are not allowed and instead should be fully conducted online. Official documents are only to be brought out according to duty requirements with the approval of department heads. In a related development, the Ministry of International Trade and Industry, MITI, has decided to only allow a maximum of 10% of managerial and supervisory staff to work from the office during CMCO. Its Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Azmin Ali said this includes employees involved in accounting, finance, administration, legislation, planning and information and communications technology. Furthermore, they are only allowed to work in the office for up to 4 hours a day from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 3 days a week. Based on the database of MITI's COVID-19 Intelligent Management System, 3.1 million employees are registered in the manufacturing services and construction sectors in Sabah, Labuan, Kuala Lumpur, Selangor and Putrajaya. Datuk Seri Azmin said companies are not required to submit applications for working in the office and instead only need to issue a travel release letter for each of those allowed to work. The government will continue to work with the private sector and industry to enhance the implementation of working from home as a new norm in line with the latest communication technologies. The Health Ministry today recorded 732 new COVID-19 positive cases, 580 new recoveries and 6 deaths. Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham said 7,827 cases are currently active in the country. To date, he said the total number of fatalities is 199, adding that the 6 people who lost their lives to COVID-19 today range in age from 27 to 71. They were from Sabah and Labuan. Meanwhile, he said the ministry also detected 8 new clusters, bringing the number of active COVID-19 clusters in the country to 96. Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham said 3 of the clusters were in Sabah, namely the Basung cluster, Inai cluster and Tempayan cluster.
Kluster ketiga ialah kluster Tempayan, iaitu kluster baru ini melibatkan daerah Kota Kinabalu dan Penampang di negeri Sabah. Kes indeks bagi kluster ini iaitu kes ke 11,619 telah dikenal pasti positif COVID-19 hasil saringan individu bergejala pada 1 Oktober 2020 dan telah dimasukkan ke Hospital Queen Elizabeth. Saringan kontak rapat telah mengenal pasti 18 lagi kes positif COVID-19.
He added that 3 new clusters were detected in Selangor and Kuala Lumpur, the Cahaya cluster, the Long cluster and Melati cluster. Commenting further, he said 1 new cluster was also detected in Negeri Sembilan, namely the Bah Kota cluster, while another one found in Labuan was the Bina Labuan cluster. The Enhanced Movement Control Order EMCO will be imposed on Seberang Perai Prison and its staff quarters in Sungai Jawi in Penang beginning 22nd of October to the 4th of November. According to Senior Minister Security Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob, the decision was made following the increase of COVID-19 cases in the area. Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri said the move can help prevent movement of people in and out of the prison, thus easing the process of COVID-19 screening.
Jumlah keseluruhan individu terlibat adalah seramai 3,262 orang, merangkumi banduan seramai 2,110, staf penjara dan keluarga yang mendiami kuartus seramai 1,000 orang, staf penjara di kuartus seramai 120 orang dan kaki tangan awam seramai 32 orang.
He explained that the SOP is similar to the prior EMCO, whereby no movement to and from the prison is allowed. Also to be placed under EMCO is the People's Housing Project, PPR, of Taman Harmoni in Sarakan, Sabah, effective 23rd October until the 5th of November. The Senior Minister said this will involve 870 flat units and affect 4,481 residents. Meanwhile, he said 434 individuals were found violating the RMCO SOP yesterday. Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri added that 400 of them were compounded, 24 were remanded, and another 10 were released on bail. Perak is the first state to launch the Warung Rider delivery service in efforts to support small and medium enterprises, SME, and help generate employment opportunities for youth groups. State Youth, Sports, Communication and Multimedia Committee Chairman Khairul Muhammad Shahril said the initiative was launched by the state government in collaboration with Federation of Malay Hawkers and Petty Traders Association, Idea Creative Technology and Digital Perak Corporation Holdings. He said the move is expected to create 1,200 jobs for Perak residents, especially the poor and those in the B40 group.
Mungkin ada di kalangan mereka yang terjejah dengan keadaan COVID-19 baru-baru ini, ya, dari segi kehilangan kerja atau mungkin kehilangan peluang-peluang pekerjaan dan sebagainya, dari segi halangan ini, dan juga kita juga sebenarnya ingin membantu usahawan-usahawan kecil dalam memasarkan produk mereka, dan juga kita membantu semua pihak dalam memastikan proses penghantaran segala perkara dapat dilaksanakan dengan baik.
For a start, he added some 480 dispatch riders would be appointed from all 24 parliamentary constituencies in Perak. He said this at Warung Rider press conference and soft launch by Perak Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Abad Faizal Azumu in Ipoh today. Also present were Perak Digital CEO Mio Rizal Fitri Mio Redwan and Warung Rider CEO Muhammad Nazri Kamarul Zaman. Khairul Shahril said Warung Rider offers food, documents, parcel, medicines, kitchen items, delivery services, as well as provides assistance as personal shoppers to Perak SME entrepreneurs impacted by the spread of COVID-19. He said the Warung Rider service, which is expected to commence operation in 2 months' time, differs from other delivery services, as the fee imposed is far cheaper at only RM2 for the first 2 kilometers and 60 cents for subsequent kilometers. In addition to a fixed monthly allowance of RM1,200 per month, every Warung Rider dispatcher will receive a startup kit worth RM250 and delivery commission through Connect Time grant funding from SME Corporation Malaysia and the State Youth, Sports, Communication and Multimedia Committee Chairman's Office. Police confirms Eddie Kana and Elvin Goh as Macau scam agents. Efforts are ongoing to relocate factories and manufacturers who are currently situated close to rivers, supplying raw water supply to those in Selangor and Kuala Lumpur. Speaking at a press conference today, Selangor Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Amiruddin Shari said that the Department of Environment (DOE) had previously identified some and had notified the respective local councils, adding that actions are being taken against some while there are no action towards others. He said the state government needed time to relocate them as some of the factories are legal factories. Datuk Seri Amiruddin, however, noted that a win-win solution is needed, especially when the factories or companies are huge contributors to the state economy and are operating legally.
Disebabkan bila berlaku pencemaran-pencemaran yang bukanlah semuanya daripada kilang haram. Ada juga yang kilang yang berdaftar dan kilang yang berlesen. Itu daripada rekod-rekod sebelum ini. Jadi kalau yang kilang haram, Kerajaan Negeri akan mempercepatkan proses tersebut.
He said this when asked if the Selangor government would be undertaking action to relocate premises which are operating close to rivers. Many have expressed concern over the close proximity of many factories in Selangor to rivers, especially given the repeated river pollution incidents. Datuk Seri Amiruddin today revealed that 8 water pollution episodes have happened this year alone. On Monday, Air Selangor issued a stop work order on its phase 1, 2, 3 and Rantau Panjang water treatment plants after suspected contamination was detected in Sungai Selangor. It said the unscheduled water cut affected close to 1.2 million accounts in 1,292 areas in Kuala Lumpur, Petaling, Klang, Shah Alam, Kuala Selangor, Hulu Selangor, Gombak and Kuala Langat. In the press conference earlier, Datuk Seri Amiruddin said that water supply has since been restored to 90% of the areas affected by the water supply disruption. Police have confirmed that 2 individuals, Eddie Kana and Goh Leong Yong, alias Alvin, involved in the money laundering case recently to have acted as coordinators or agents conducting services for an online scam syndicate targeting Chinese nationals. Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department Director Datuk Huzair Mohamad said investigations revealed that the 2 were hired to provide accommodation and call centres, complete with computer equipment and internet in Malaysia.
Soal siasat juga setakat ini mendapati wujud elemen scam di dalam aktiviti syarikat Eddie Kana ini. Soal siasat lanjut oleh JSJ akan diteruskan dan subjek ini juga akan dikongsi dengan Jabatan Siasatan Jenayah Komersial, Special Branch, Cawangan Khas dan juga Jabatan Integriti Pematuhan Standard ataupun JIP untuk tindakan jabatan masing-masing. Justru ingin dijelaskan di sini, pihak PDRM tidak sewenang-wenangnya akan membebaskan ahli syarikat berkenaan dan akan melakukan siasatan secara telus, terperinci dan menyeluruh.
Meanwhile, allegations stating Eddie Kana will be released is also deemed inaccurate as the said individual is currently arrested along with 2 other individuals. Eddie Kana was involved in online fraud, online gambling and foreign exchange market forex scam. All 3 individuals were remanded for 21 days under Section 4, Subsection 1, Subsection A of the Prevention of Crime Act 1959. Datuk Huzair also said that PDRM is still tracking Alvin Goh, who escaped after release by the MACC Putrajaya on the 11th of October. Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department Director Datuk Huzair has also confirmed that investigations into the cases involving opposition leader and PKR President Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim are still ongoing. He added that 113 reports and complaints have been received by the police so far in connection with the alleged dissemination of a list of 121 MPs who allegedly support him.
Masih lagi tindakan kita akan pastikan yang kita siasatan, kita akan rujuk kepada pihak penawar raya apabila siasatan kita selesai.
Last Friday, Bukit Aman has taken statements from Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim on several issues, including the circulation of a list of 121 names of MPs allegedly begging him for the premiership. According to Datuk Hussein, the investigations are classified under Section 505, Subsection B of the Penal Code and Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act. Meanwhile, Datuk Hussein said the investigation into an alleged breach of COVID-19 mandatory quarantine order by Datuk Dr. Muhammad Khairuddin Aman Razali, the Minister of Plantation Industries and Commodities, has been classified as no further action NFA. He added that the Attorney General's Chamber, AGC, also decided to not prefer any charge against the Minister due to insufficient evidence.
Kesihatan telah kita rujuk ke Pejabat Peguam Negara dan arahan untuk kes ini adalah no further action. Okay? NFA. NFA atas alasan kes di NFA dari sudut keterangan didapati YB Menteri telah tidak diserahkan dengan borang 14B di bawah Seksyen 15.1 Akta 342. Okay? So bagi tujuan menjalani perintah kuarantin.
Datuk Dr. Muhammad Khairuddin was subsequently issued a compound of only 1,000 ringgit by the Health Ministry on the 7th of August for breaching the regulations. The Minister has settled the compound. A former senior general manager of FGV Holdings Berhad has pleaded not guilty to a corruption charge before the Shah Alam Sessions Court today. Nur Azam Abdul Hamid is charged with accepting a 10,000 ringgit commission from Muhammad Rizal Qasim to recommend MRA Sustainable Solution for audit work to obtain the International Sustainability Carbon Certification ISCC for 8 factories under FGV's subsidiary FGV Palm Industries Sendirian Berhad. The alleged offence took place on the 2nd of March last year. If found guilty under Section 17, Subsection A of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) Act, Nur Azam will face a maximum of 20 years in jail and a fine of not less than 5 times the amount of gratification sought, or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher. Deputy Public Prosecutor Nur Diana Azwa urged the court to impose a 10,000 ringgit bail with one surety against Nur Azam and for his passport to be surrendered to the court pending the disposal of his case. The prosecution is requesting to transfer the case to the KL Sessions Court to be tried, as Nur Azam had also claimed trial yesterday to a charge of agreeing to accept a 10,000 ringgit commission from MRA Sustainable Solution. Lawyer Muhammad Hisham Matnen, appearing for Nur Azam, urged the court to impose a lower bail amount of 5,000 ringgit on the grounds that he is no longer working. Sessions Court Judge Rihaida Rafi'i granted bail at 8,000 ringgit with one surety for Nur Azam and ordered him to report to the nearest MACC office once a month until his case was concluded. Nur Diana later told reporters that Nur Azam will face another charge at the Seremban Sessions Court tomorrow. A 43-year-old fishmonger has claimed trial at the Petaling Jaya Magistrates Court to 2 counts of cheating an individual of 60,000 ringgit on the pretense he would settle the victim's debts with loan sharks. Azrai Jamaluddin pleaded not guilty after the charge was read out to him before Magistrate Nur Shahira Abdul Salim today. According to the charges, Azrai allegedly cheated a 40-year-old IT company worker to hand over the money cash in 10,000 ringgit and 50,000 ringgit supposedly to settle the victim's debt. The offence was allegedly committed at a cafe in Tropicana Avenue and Eastin Hotel on the 5th of October and 9th of October respectively. The charges were framed under Section 420 of the Penal Code, and if found guilty, the accused faces imprisonment between a year and 10 years, whipping, and can be fined if convicted. convicted. Deputy Public Prosecutor Atifah Hazimah Wahab offered bail at 12,000 ringgit for both charges. Lawyer Siti Rohaya Muhammad Tajuddin, who represented the accused, asked for a lower amount as the accused sells fish for a living and suffers from cancer and heart disease. She added the accused's income is affected by COVID-19 and he also has to support his elderly parents. Magistrate Noor Shahira allowed bail at 6,000 ringgit for both charges. The case is fixed for mention on 14 December. The assumption that no enforcement operation are carried out on the weekends led to 239 detained for carrying cargo more than the permitted limit. According to Johor Police Chief Dato' Ayub Khan Maidin Piche, a total of 91% of them carrying or rather caught ferrying up to 40% more than the permitted limit.
Tak ada SMA mandu pun ada. Itu menunjukkan betapa cuai dan tidak bertanggungjawab lah. Sama ada driver tu ke ataupun pengusaha lori.
A total of 206 operations, dubbed Ops Perdagangan, were carried out in Johor from June until yesterday, involving the inspection of 261 commercial lorries. Dato' Ayub also said 3,512 summonses were issued involving various offences, while 118 commercial lorries were seized. Other offences included the use of retreaded tyres and bald tyres, as well as failure to undergo regular maintenance at Puspakom. It was also found that most of the overloaded lorries were carrying oil palm, gravel and sand. At 10, in our top story, only public sector industries under MITI affected by work from home order. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Till then, I'm Brendan Lepal. Stay tuned to Saluran Berita RTM and have a pleasant evening.